This level is a long red hotel hallway with red lights, alarms and doors, although most doors are locked. As soon as you enter the level, you'll notice that you're losing sanity. Don't worry, as you can find almond water and energy bars in this level. After one starts to gradually lose their sanity, they will notice a massive horde of entities will start chasing them at fast speeds. But don't worry. As it is deemed possible to outrun the entities, every couple miles into this level there are sections of halls called blue hallways which contain almond water, energy drinks and energy bars. The blue hallways consists of blue lights, and unlike the rest of the level has little no entities. It's feasible to establish a colony or outpost in the blue hallways, which is a surprising relief, as they are practically the safest thing on this level. As with nearly every other level, escaping is not impossible, though it's known to be pretty tricky. Some of the doors in this level follow into a different level. Even though they may be an escape, it's not advisable to go into these doors since they mostly lead to unsafe levels such as level 3, level 6, and other levels. Aside from that, in some rare occurrences, one of the doors could send you back to level exclamation point. However, if you want to genuinely escape without risking your life, they've only been two proper and confirmed ways to exit this level. Their deemed name is the blue exit, and the exit. It is highly advisable to go to the blue exit rather than the exit, because if you're not fast enough opening the exit door, you may get a fate that is incredibly worse than death. As known, this level is extremely dangerous. You should never try to enter this level. Supposing that one manages to journey their way through the level for a countless amount of time, they will see a staircase going up. Walking up the stairs, it will lead one onto the promised land. There are environmental hazards that take place here, which are materials such as venomous carpet fluid, and small puddles of liquid paint on the floor. Never run through this level without shoes on. If you touch the liquid paint puddles, you'll die. There are a couple water fountains across this level. However, the water contains hydrolytus plague, so it's advisable not to drink it. However, if you have unfortunately drunk the water, try to find an outpost or the blue hallways and try to obtain almond water. The blue hallways are checkpoints or safe areas around this level. The blue hallways are an excellent place to create outposts to set colonies and rest. You can't lose sanity in the blue hallways. Your sanity will remain at the point where it was before you entered a blue hallway. You should always stop at these hallways, as you'll need some of the items in here if you want to escape. You can always find these hallways every 4.5 miles, onto the level where an extremely rare chance finding a bottle of super almond water in the blue hallways. Although this is extremely rare, so it's not worth waiting for one to spawn. There are rarely any entities here, although the only ones found on these hallways aren't dangerous. If you travel far enough, you will find the blue exit. The blue exit is part of the blue hallways. It contains the same properties. You can exit the level from the blue stairs in the blue exit and opening an exit door that will lead to a random level. There is a 50% chance you can enter by no clipping through the floor of level 2 will bring you here. Enter by going through an unlocked door in level exclamation point will send you here. No clip through a red rusty door in level -1. Seeing a distant red hallway in level 13 has a 4% chance to send you here. One may exit from the exit, located 6 miles from the spawning point, which will lead to a random level. Going through the blue exit will lead to a random level. Traveling to the limit of the level and going up the staircase will lead one to the promised land. By no clipping through an out-of-bounds wall will lead you to the void. No clipping through a painting which will send you back to the level you were in before you even got to level exclamation point. By going through a fake exit door located every 2 miles into level hotel chase, you will be brought to the end. There is a low chance of finding an elevator with an open door. When you see it, go into it. It will bring you to the elevator. If you run past it and then attempt to go back into it, the door will be closed. No clipping into an elevator will bring you to level 5000.